2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Jacobs. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Ball carrier.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
That's good.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to...
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Saints.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Penny on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Buying time to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He's brought down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Adrian Peterson in his 14th NFL season. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
play action now. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And the defense loses it. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Aaron Jones.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 14-yard line. A big run there by Jones. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Packers 14, Saints 10. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the ball because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and 7, Prescott is going to find his running back. It's complete. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
And less than a yard.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's a gain.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And 1.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Here's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dak Prescott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 17, Packers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jones got him down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Quick throw, complete outline here to Green. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and...
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
1st down, Packers.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Rodgers.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
First times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They run it with Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. This one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Cameron Jordan.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
We know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot